Okay, folks, it happened. It happened. I told you it was gonna happen. I did a video. I forget how long ago it was. It was like a week or two ago, somewhere around there. I told you guys, yo, dog, Sam Seder's gonna pass Jimmy Doran's subscriber count again because of the gains that are happening on this guy's channel. And I told you guys, like, look at these numbers. I'm looking at the Social Blade page, and it's really looking good for Sam Seder here in terms of his sub growth and his view growth. And his view counts, and I was like, "Yo, it's gonna happen." And as you guys know, Jimmy Dore and Sam Seder have a bit of history. Um, they've been beefing since like 2016, basically. Jimmy Dore had passed Sam Seder in subscribers. Then at one point, Sam Seder had very, very extremely briefly surpassed Jimmy for like 1 day, maybe, or 2 days, or something very, very brief like that. Then Jimmy kept growing. In fact, he had some pretty heavy duty growth. But now Sam Seder has surpassed Jimmy Dore, and I'm not really sure how Jimmy's gonna crawl back. Now I'm sure he will. He will. He'll find a way, because he just seems to go back and forth over and over again. But the way that Sam Seder's growth has been going, the past 3 months has been absolutely insane. It's crazy. So when we take a look here, right, Sam Seder, the majority report, Sam Seder, 566,349 subscribers. We look at the Jimmy Dore show, 565,035 subscribers. So, he's been passed by Sam Seder. He's right now, about like 1.3K higher, and it's going to continue to grow. As the days go by, that deficit shall continue to rise. Now, if we look at Sam Seder's numbers here, they're off the charts. They're through the roof. If you look at this views for the last 30 days, 12 million views, that's an insane amount. Okay, when you talk about progressive channels, right? The typical number is somewhere between like 7 and 9 million. That's like the typical number. Now, anything above 9 million in a month is a high point. Like, that's a lot. And so 12 million is a really big high point for a progressive channel on average in terms of their the past 30 days in view count. So this right here of 12 million, the algorithm has definitely really been loving Sam Seder lately. His videos have been getting a lot of views. He's obviously been getting a lot of subscribers. If you look here, 32,404 subscribers, in the past 30 days, and something that we'll look at here in a second is going to be even more damning. It's going to be even crazier. So if we look at these numbers here, right, the dude's pulling like between like some days will be 300s, but a lot of these days are like 400s. This one's 663, 500s. Like, these are like heavy duty daily numbers, dog. We're talking like daily numbers of like damn near 500K a day, 400 or 500K a day. And when we look at daily sub intakes, you're looking at almost 1,000 per day. It's pretty much what it is, and that's pretty much what it was when we looked at it like a couple weeks ago. Again, I forget exactly how long ago it was that I had done the videos, like 1 to 2 weeks ago, somewhere in that time frame. And he was growing at about that 1,000 per day mark. That was about where he was growing at, and he has continued to do so, and therefore his sub numbers have been rising very, very rapidly. And so when you look at these numbers, I mean, these are just fantastic numbers, fantastic. Now, if you go to Jimmy Dore's channel, not so much. Not at all, in fact. He's only got 5 million views in this past 30 days. I think he went on tour, so he didn't really upload many videos. And as you can see here, 13,000 subs for the last 30 days. That's down 40% from the past month. Now, there was 1 month in which Jimmy Dore had pulled like 30K subs, and we'll look at that month down here in a second. But if you look at these sub intake numbers, these are bad for Jimmy Dore, dude. These are not good in terms of the competition with Sam Seder. These are just not good numbers. So the view count numbers are obviously way lower because he doesn't upload jack shit pretty much. But you're looking at these sub intake numbers, yikes, dude. Talking like a 820. These ones look good. These ones look good for like these 5 days. Then it dropped off. 525, 425, 399, 288, 119, 140, 148, 420. 420, it's a cool number. Right now he's at minus 14 for some reason. I'm sure that'll change as the day goes on. But these are not, like, if you're trying to compete with these kinds of numbers where you're talking about like 1,000 per day, it's not looking good for you. Like, it's not looking good for you if that's the case. you're simply not going to be able to catch up to Sam Seder if you're pulling in just like dude, somebody like what the fuck, 119? Like holy smokes, dude. You're definitely not going to be able to compete with Sam Seder with these kinds of numbers. Now, the monthly views have dropped off this month because I believe that he has gone on tour. Now he's back, I believe. His monthly subs have incredibly dropped off. So there's a point, if you look at these numbers here, the total subs per month. Here he got, in February he got 36,000. In March he got 29.53K. Saying April 28, and then in the month of May he only got 14.79K. So he was getting a lot more subs at this point that have increasingly dude, that's a huge motherfucker. That's like half. That's like half the amount. So he literally lost like half of the intake within one single month. Now here's what's really damning about these numbers for Sam Seder. This is what's really crazy, okay? And this is why I don't know how Jimmy Dore is going to be able to pass him, because the algorithm has been loving Sam Seder's videos for a hot minute. Like, look at these numbers, dog. 9.28 million, 8.76 million. These are view counts per month. 11.85 million. 8.41 million, 11.82 million. Look at these. This past 3 months is incredible. Even throwing this fourth one, where it's 23.76 thousand. Look at this, bro. 34K, 27. That's almost 28,000 subs in a month. 33.5K in a month. Like, these are incredible. If this keeps up, even at this pace, you know what I'm saying? Like, if this keeps up, I don't know how Jimmy Dore comes back. I don't understand how we would come back to pass him. But, I mean, let's give future projections here a quick look, just to see what it's going to look like in 2 months. So in 2 months, the majority report shall be at 617,000 subscribers. And if we look here at, Jimmy's, here's what it says. It says, in 2 months, 622,271. So, wait, that is weird. So Jimmy Dore's show sub prediction is higher than Sam Seder's. I don't understand how the numbers are working on that. I don't know where it's getting its numbers from on that, because the month, it's using a regression formula. Okay, the results have an error rate. All right, so I guess it has it. I always thought that it was just based on like whatever the last month's numbers were, but I guess it's different. So the subs prediction is still higher for Jimmy Dore than Sam Seder, which is interesting by a couple K. I don't think it's going to turn out that way, although that is what the regression formula from Social Blade has came up with. So that's Sam Seder and Jimmy Dore. That's what their channels are looking like. Now, the second half of this is going to be talking about Kyle Kulinski and David Pakman, because I'm going to continue this kind of series here. So in the last video I also spoke about this, because they're in a bit of a tight race in terms of their sub counts as well. They're in a bit of a tight race. So Kyle Kulinski right now is at 677K. David is at 655.6K. So it's about like a 22,000 gap. Kyle Kulinski's view count here, 11,744,000. Like, that's an incredible amount of views in the last 30 days. That's a lot. Again, that's a lot of views. As I just explained to you, that's a pretty high number, okay, for a progressive YouTube channel. He's got 13,000 subs in the past 30 days, which is actually a high number for Kyle, because Kyle's subscriber numbers per month had really gone down after he had crossed 500,000. So we go down and look here, right? He's pulling in very good view numbers, 400Ks, 500Ks, etc. His sub count numbers, he's pulling in about 450 a day, somewhere around there in that ballpark. But, as you can see here in this monthly sub counts, he's pretty low for a while at this point. You can see right here in the single-digit thousands. But here, he's been climbing up. I know that he's had some pretty big videos as of late. I know that he had a Noam Chomsky video that reached I think it's at almost 1 million views at this point. So, when you see these monthly sub numbers, that's probably a big contributor to that. And I'm sure there are other videos. I think he has a video that's like re-trending online too, which is the George Bush Accidentally Told the Truth video, because I keep getting recommended that video. So I'm assuming that it seems like it's getting like hundreds of thousands of view spikes. A view spike of like hundreds of thousands. So I think it went from like 3 million to like 4 million or something. So I expect it's because of that. Now, David Pakman here, a pretty low number for the last 30 days, 8 million. This is average number. This is an average number, so it's not necessarily low, but it's definitely it's smack in the middle of the average, which is between 7 and 9 million. But David has 16,793 subscribers now. If you look here, it kind of went between some like 300, some 600s. It was kind of getting. David went on vacation recently, so that's probably why these sub numbers are lower. But he just went on the Joe Rogan podcast, which is why you see 27.99 and 20.29. And we'll see if there's a third day of like big growth. We'll find out, and you guys will know that eventually. But it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see if we let's check out the regression formula that is used here. I want to see this. So in 2 months, Kyle Kulinski will be at 698,913. In 2 months, David would be at 291,896. So, with that puts him pretty close. So it's a pretty close race. Now, the thing is that if you look at David's overall numbers and his user summary in terms of subs for the past months, like, this dude gains these kind of numbers, in the double digits, like, very, very consistently, because the algorithm really loves David Pakman videos. Like, he's got so many videos from so long ago. He's got a video with almost 10 million views about an obese passenger on a flight, and it's because YouTube keeps recommending those videos. So the algorithm loves David Pakman. So a shit ton of people go to his videos, subscribe, and then never watch another video of his again. That's why his videos usually have lower view counts on usual than other channels. But his is pretty sustainable. The algorithm does not like Kyle Kulinski very much, although there are certain things that they like, I guess, because like I said, that the time George Bush actually told the truth video is retrending, as well as the Noam Chomsky video. So, but overall, I think it's fair to say that the algorithm doesn't really like Kyle Kulinski very much. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. It is very interesting, to say the least.